We're not going to bring them over to Port Hilbert. But from the very beginning, our vision is to create a model sanctuary. A sanctuary that is not only the first of its kind, but the most transparent, and a model for others to follow. We're going to do this right, and we're going to do this transparently, so that others can create similar facilities around the world. And this will become a model for a global change in how we relate to these animals.
Any questions? Yes, sir.
There was a radical difference in the reception that this proposal got in different parts of the coast. And I would be interested in hearing either from you or from the Sherbrooke contingent, what was it that made the communities in the Sherbrooke area open to this and the communities elsewhere threaten physical violence if this were to occur?
So the question relates to how the communities differed in response and how that impacted certainly our decision as well, perhaps, and the people in Sherbrooke can speak to this as well. But let me point out that we got tremendous response virtually everywhere we went along the South Shore and the Eastern Shore. In Shelburne, in some of our first meetings, they created a committee, maybe not quite as active as we see here today, but certainly a committee that was very interested, was very enthused. But as we looked at the sites, they were too shallow. They weren't expansive enough to have the vision and to realize the vision that we're speaking about. So everything about this decision is about what's best for the whales. In Sheet Harbour, and you have a number of the Sheet Harbour people here today, a tremendous community. We probably had 9, 10 community meetings in Sheet Harbour, 200 or 300 people showing up for meetings at both of the community halls that exist, and the overwhelming response there was positive, just as it is positive in Sherbrooke. In every community, there are stakeholders, and certainly Stephen spoke to this a bit. Jamie has been engaged with the fishers, as has Amy elsewhere. There are stakeholder interests that are very real everywhere you try to use some water space. We're taking some water space away. We're putting nets up. People won't have access to that water space. So where that impacts their use of the water space, that's real. That's not a complaint that should not be acknowledged or should not be listened to. That's part and parcel of figuring out how we go forward. So some people react more strongly to that. Some people have, we've had some crazy threats. I had a threat from some guys over in the South Shore for a while, and they would call me at night and tell me things they wanted to do to me, and I would ask how much they'd been drinking that evening, and we'd call again the next night and have the conversation again. So yeah, people react differently to these kinds of opportunities, but some of their concerns are real, and we will have the need to continue this kind of interaction with all stakeholder groups going forward to find the ways to do our project that enhance the way they use the water, that interfere and limit their use of the water as minimally as possible, and certainly that's the process going forward. I don't know whether anyone wants to add to that. Come on. This is Sue Henry from Sheet Harbour, one of our stalwart committee members from Sheet Harbour.
I'd just like to say that we began this journey approximately a year, or a little bit more than a year ago, with Charles and Lori. They have been very honest with us the whole way through. We are just elated that this is going to take place in Nova Scotia and Canada. No matter where on the Eastern Shore that it will take place, we will be there to support it. and we will be side by side with Sherbrooke. They've already extended an invitation to us, which we have greatly accepted. So, good on this project. We're going to do it.
Other questions? Well, again, there are press releases on the back table there. Please take one as you go. Yes, one more question, sir. One more.
You mentioned the size. Can you break that down, I guess, as to from the shoreline, how wide the swamp?
So the question is, give a little more specificity to what does 40 hectares or 100 acres mean? Well, the other way to think about it, which won't help you at all, is it's a half a square kilometer. Now, the reason I can't describe how much of the shoreline or how much of the water space or how it goes is that's part of the visioning process that